Hey everyone, it's Eric here from Lapfix. Got another video for you guys today. Video for you people out there that still have the one and the only older MacBook Air. This one's pretty nasty, it's a little bit dirty. That's why we're taking a look at it, because it's actually a good thing to take a look at this one. It's a non-retina one, so it still has all the little ports that you go in there. It has the MagSafe, MagSafe 2, USB, auxiliary port, and got a display USB. If it would show up, there you go. Got a display USB there. So we see that it's in here for repair. And why are we talking about this? Why is it so old? Why do we even care? Because it's an interesting problem that affects a lot of models. That can be. I've seen this multiple times. And now I'm like, hey, might as well make a video about that because it's a little bit interesting. So let's go ahead and see what the symptoms are. So we have a charger here. It's a MagSafe 2 charger. Go ahead and plug this in, and you'll see there's actually no light when you plug it in. But if I turn it on, whole option, because I had to load another OS for it, but you'll see it'll come on. See, the light still isn't on there, right? There's no orange light, but it's turning on. There's no sound either. There's no chime to it. So the customer is also complaining that there's no sound, but it does come on. So what's going on? Let's close it. Let's unplug it. It actually has a problem, and we need to see what we can do. It's actually a pretty basic problem. We've seen before. These have a lot of symptoms. These actually have a lot of symptoms of something that is going on, right? Because it's very hard for me to believe that this thing has a charging problem as well as like an audio problem, because we know actually what's on this side over here, and that's where this is located. So let me go ahead and open this up, and you can tell this makes even more sense, because you can actually tell that there's a lot of screws missing. There's about, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 screws. That's about it. This should be covered throughout the whole way, and that's probably why this has a problem in the first place, right? Maybe it's been opened, maybe it's been taken a look at, and something interesting is going to be under here. So let's go ahead. Let's take this out. And again, these are all going to be pretty similar layout, very similar, and same type of problem, especially if you have some newer ones. So we have this open here. It's a little bit dusty, a little bit dirty. It's not too big of a deal. It's not really what we're concerned about. Let's take out the battery before we do anything else. Now, we have this board over here. And this board over here is most likely going to be your culprit, right? Because the reason why we think this board is a problem, because there's no light, first of all, and there is also an audio chip on this board here that does take, that does regulate audio, right? And that makes more sense because why? There is an audio jack over here as well. And look at that. Did you see that come up? See this? This here is more of a data line, right, for this board. And this board needs to be connected for everything else to work. So you can connect this. Let's make a little experiment here, right? So if I turn this on, this will actually turn on even if I disconnect the battery, and there won't be a light. This cable is actually responsible for getting a signal for that light. So if I plug this in, we won't have a light. I'm going to hold the Option key so I don't ruin the OS. See, it turns on. And correct, and there's nothing there, right? Now, you notice usually when this turns on, right, Macs turn on, they make a noise. They have a chime noise. So this is powering on, and it's going to go to its thing. Let's unplug it. Now, let's just plug this back in all the way. See, this is really loose. And as I plug this one all the way back in, and now, let's do the same thing. When I'm going to plug it in here, we should see a light. Imagine that. Look at that. Now we should hear a chime as well. Whoops. There you go. You hear that? So now we have sound, and now we also do have a charging light. Now it doesn't mean that the battery's good or bad. That's not necessarily the case for them, but we do know that this cable is responsible for that, right? So, okay, such as a quick little tip for you guys about anyone that really has like a 2017 MacBook Air or earlier. It's a good little tip for that, especially if you've opened it before, or sometimes even the bottom gets a little bit stuck there. That can actually give a problem as well. But it's to really look out for the symptoms and see actually what's going on there. So hope you guys enjoyed that tip. If you did, please leave a like. Really, this helps a lot. We do lots of motherboard repairs, do liquid spill repairs, data recoveries, lots of cool stuff on this channel. You should definitely go ahead and check that out if you haven't already, especially if you like this type of stuff, or we even do quick little tips like this as well. So hope you guys enjoyed watching. See you guys next video. Thanks a lot. Take care. Bye.